3 weeks ago, at least a dozen content creators discouraged my attempt to make a video on this topic after I talked to them in either PM or the content creator Discord. And for good reason, since this is a bug that isn't fixed yet. But since the bug has been getting more and more traction, it is time to go public with this bug. This is the bug that allows you to kill any elite dungeon boss over and over. And the scariest thing about it is the fact that it's extremely easy to abuse. The simple reason as to why I'm making this video is because this bug should have been fixed a long time ago. Not only that, but there seems to be no communication whatsoever between JMods, the players, or content creators for that matter, as to what is being done about it. It seems oddly inconsistent compared to the other two treasure hunter bugs where they made a statement within a week and banned abusers fairly swiftly. They have said they are working on it to me and on Reddit either directly or indirectly. Working on it is a good thing to know for sure, but why hasn't there been a public statement? What is taking them so long? Is it spaghetti code? Is it something else? Whatever it may be, if something takes longer to fix, that is completely fine. This is not a video targeting developers and Jagex as a whole, this is a video covering an issue in the game that needs to be fixed ASAP. Because the fact of the matter is there are players out there running around and abusing this bug to the fullest without repercussions, and that is unbelievable. You see, the simple reason why players abuse a bug is obviously to get an advantage over other players, and in this case it's getting GP or drop logs completed or higher KC, whatever it may be, it doesn't matter. But there's another thing. They know, or they think, they can get away with it with maybe a 2-day ban. They know this because with a previous treasure hunter bug, there are people that were banned for a week, but they still had their 30+ million bonus experience on their accounts. Meaning they definitely kind of did win in the end. I do not have a credible source for this, but it's worth mentioning because true or not, this could lead to players abusing a bug more easily as they think the mild repercussions are going to make it a net profit or win in the end, because a 7-day ban without a rollback wouldn't necessarily destroy what they have used or abused. A fellow content creator who I won't name mentioned this bug to a Jagex moderator as far back as December 2020, which is over 2 months ago. Surely a bug as serious as this should have been fixed by then. Or instead at least some kind of ban wave, because it's really easy to detect who is abusing this bug. Simply look at who is getting more than 6 ambassador kills per hour, and then as a secondary element to be sure that that person isn't some hench group doing Elite Dungeon 3, check if their ambassador KC is about 30 or 40 higher than their Taraket KC, and you've got yourself an abuser of this bug. Sure, the numbers could be adjusted, but this takes into account the amount of people that sometimes die at the ambassador and miss out on the kill count because they didn't teleport back in on time. There's no way that happens 30 or 40 times, especially if you're running that much Elite Dungeon 3. There's just... maybe there's a chance, but you'll get 99% of the abusers this way. What should happen with these abusers? Well, quite simply, a permanent ban for anyone that has killed over 30 or 40 ambassadors abusing this bug. The same can be said for the other elite dungeons because this bug does work in every elite dungeon, so if someone has like 500 Seru KC and only 20 Masuta KC, they have been abusing this bug. There's absolutely no way they haven't. This is a way too broken bug to simply let go away as if it was just a small thing. This isn't a small thing, this is a major bug and it's being abused majorly by both main accounts and Ironman accounts. So why is this bug such an issue and how big or broken is this bug really? Well, I'm going to go ahead and play the part of the video I created about 3 weeks ago. For those unaware what elite dungeons are, they are raid-like encounters with 3 bosses where you kill trash mobs until you get to a certain boss, kill trash mobs and move on. For this video, I'm going to assume the average player does 2 runs per hour regardless of which dungeon it is. I'm aware that some people can do 6 and some dungeons are slower than others, but let's just take 2 runs per hour as our example for this video. With this bug, you're able to kill any elite dungeon boss over and over without needing to run through all those trash mobs again, saving you an enormous amount of time and increasing your kills per hour drastically. This crossbow has 3 pieces which drop in sequential order and they range from 570 mil all the way up to 1 billion GP for a piece. This bug can and probably is being abused to get certain drop logs completed as well. Let's say you need the Greater Fury ability from the Veracliff boss in Elite Dungeon 2 to complete your drop log. With this bug, you could potentially abuse the bug to complete that drop log, and that's definitely going on or happening. This is obviously an unintended bug, as these players abusing this bug have an unfair advantage over other players. This bug apparently has a few variations which change the way you receive drops, but I'm going to focus on the one I tried to replicate with a buddy of mine. A quick disclaimer, I replicated this bug to see if it worked and the boss respawned, but I did not kill the second boss that spawned with the bug. Now, I'm going to prove that this bug works by using my aura timer. As you can see, I just killed the Crassian Leviathan. Now I'm going to cut to another clip where the Crassian Leviathan has respawned and have a look at my aura timer. As you can see, my Overload, Familiar, and aura timer have all three been reduced by 1 minute. And no, there's no way I could have cleared that first section in a minute. At least I couldn't have. Bada bing, bada boom, working as intended. Now I'm going to be honest, I could have been here without losing 1 minute on my aura timer. That's how quick you can get another respawn of any Elite Dungeon boss. Let's go over how broken this bug is. Now there are a few variations. One gets you the solo drop rate, the other gets you the duo, and the third gets you the trio drop rate. Let's focus on the Elite Dungeon 3 final boss. Let's say you can do 2 full runs in an hour, which means you'll have 2 chances at the 1 in 55 solo drop rate. In duo, it's 1 out of 167. This means in an hour you'd have a 1 in 27.5 chance of getting a drop, because you can do 2 runs an hour. Let's say you're a good player and you can kill the Ambassador in about 5 minutes. Given that you have a preset, that would mean around 11 kills per hour with the in-between thingies of the bug. Otherwise it would be 12, or close to 12. That's about a 1 in 15 chance of getting a drop every single hour. Now, that's not really how it works. It's probably like 1 drop every 15 hours, but you get what I mean. Now, Ambassador's drops are in sequential order after receiving your first random piece. If you get a stock first, you'll get a limb and then a mechanism. If you get a limb first, you'll get a mechanism and then a stock. Now, because the stock is at a nice flat 1 billion GP, we're going to take that as an example. Let's say you get a stock within 15 hours of farming the Ambassador constantly using this bug. That would mean 66.6 million GP per hour, compared to getting it regularly in a solo drop, which would take you around 27.5 hours if perfectly on drop rate, which would be around 36 million GP per hour. That's a GP per hour increase, looking just at the rare drops, of 83%. That is excluding regular drops, which include battle staves, onyxes, onyx dust, tyranic scales, and blackstone hearts. Now, I don't know about you, but that could easily add over 10 million plus GP per hour, making it over 100% better than doing it regularly with the trash mobs. While abusing this bug, you'd become better and better at the Ambassador and therefore increase your GP per hour. Also, if you were to have the solo drop rate, which I wasn't able to replicate, at least I'm not sure I was, you can get over 200 million GP per hour in just the drops, the rare drops. On drop rate, that's 1 crossbow piece every 5 hours, so if you're an Iron Man, you could get yourself the best in slot range weapon in the game, which costs like 2.8 billion on a main account, in just 15 hours of Ambassador. Now that sounds like a really good trade-off to me, and which is why this bug is absolutely broken. Imagine this bug at Elite Dungeon 1 with a solo drop rate where you can get up to 110 ancient skills, which is 90 million GP, in a kill if you're lucky. This bug needs to be fixed, and the players abusing this bug need to be banned. Now, I suggested a fix to the JMods in the duo method, which I think is fairly easy to implement, but at the same time I'm not a developer, so I wouldn't know. Like I said, I'm sure they're working on it, but these players abusing this bug should not be allowed to abuse this bug without repercussions for months. They need to be banned, and after that a statement covering the amount of people that were banned wouldn't be abnormal for a gaming company. Now originally I had decided to make a video about the Elite Dungeon 3 bots or gold farmers, which are these batwing boys with polypore sticks you can see quite often, but I'll leave that for a different day. This is way more important. With that being said, feel free to leave your thoughts down in the comments below, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.